Hey, Wolfman Jeff, coming at you here at the home base in Alabama for the Red Wolves Report. This is a very special edition just before our first match in our brand new stadium, CHI Memorial. We're so excited. And if you want to get into CHI Memorial, you need to go through this man here. This is my buddy Ty. How you doing, Ty?
Man, I'm doing wonderful. I'm a little nervous, really anxious, but man, excited for Saturday.
It's going to be a good time. Now, Ty, what's your official title with the Red Bulls?
I'm the ticket sales coordinator. They hired me to put butts in seats, so that's it.
Well, very good. Well, I will be at least one of them, or maybe more than one. We'll see how much barbecue I have this weekend. So we're pretty excited. So one of the first questions that people have now, I think a lot of people have a basic sense of where the stadium is, but driving, if you're driving, how do you get to the stadium?
Right. So the official address is 6198 North Mac Smith Road. That road is located right across from Park Ridge Hospital, and you got to get to Spring Creek Road in order to get to North Mac Smith Road. So access Spring Creek, depending on which way you're coming from, whether it's Southmore Road or Ringgold Road. But get to Spring Creek, it'll take you to the hospital. And North Mac Smith, there's a little extension right across from the hospital.
How do you get to the parking? When you're pulling in, what directions? Are there going to be people there? Are they going to be greeting them, directing them?
Yeah, so it's one way in, one way out. When you enter the temporary extension road, there will be a parking attendant right as you enter the gate that will give you instruction whether you pre-purchased your parking pass or if you need to purchase a parking pass once you arrive at the parking lot. So you'll wind down to the parking lot a couple hundred yards, and then there will be two directions you can go. You can go right if you pre-purchased your pass and you will receive it, or you can go left and someone will have a checkout process there for you to pay for parking.
All right, I got to ask this. So if you prepaid parking and got a parking pass like maybe a certain Wolfman did, does that get you closer to the stadium?
It does not. It does not. How close you get is first come, first serve. But I can promise you, you'll be no further than 30 or 40 yards, no matter where your parking spot is.
Okay, that's good to know. And now, of course, you're going to have spots for handicapped and for anything for oversized vehicles, like if you've got a bus or an RV or something.
Yeah. So the parking lot is large enough to fit any type of vehicle, and our handicap parking will be at the front of the lot. Obviously, it's as close to the stadium as you can get within the boundaries. So those parking passes came in this Thursday afternoon. So if you haven't picked it up yet, it's at the downtown store. But you also have the option to get it in the parking area as well.
My wife just picked up our passes today. So is that our ticket?
Yes, that is. That barcode will work for all 8 home games.
Well, fantastic. I'm pretty excited about that. Makes it pretty easy. So, all right. Now, I'm hearing that it's pretty close to sold out, if not already sold out for this Saturday. So what's the status for getting tickets?
We've reached capacity.
Wow. Okay. So that means that you've done your job too well, Ty.
Well, it's easier to sell 700 seats than full capacity, but we played the hand that we've been dealt.
All right, so that's how many seats we're expecting is 700 for this.
Give or take.
All right, well, that sounds good. It's going to be intimate. Now, this new field is so much closer to the pitch. So even if it was completely full, you'd still be a whole lot closer to the action. So that's pretty cool. Now I've been loving looking at the layout. I've been looking at the pictures. One thing I don't see yet in the pictures is restrooms. Where do you go to restrooms when you're there out on the field?
Right. So just in terms of sections, if you're familiar with how the stadium is laid out, we will have restrooms near section 111 and section 120, which are on the two ends of the stadium, as
Okay.
well as near the entrance near section 118.
Okay, so 118 is the entrance, and that's on the other side of the supporters, because 119 is the supporters, 120 is the other side of the supporters, and where the beer garden's supposed to be is behind there, correct? All right, so is there a beer garden going to be there?
Not a finished in product beer garden, but we'll have beer sales at the game.
Okay, but is it going to be at that spot or a different spot?
It will be behind the supporters.
Okay.
But it won't be a beer garden. It will just be a normal concession type area.
Now, is behind the supporter section where all of the vendors going to be, or are they going to be over by the family section as well?
Yeah, so they're going to be spread out. We'll have some vendors on and concession opportunities on each end of the stadium. So you won't have a far walk from any seat in the house.
Very good. Now I'm excited to see this. Now you've got so many sections. Now 111 is the family section. So what makes that different from the rest? And let us know if you have a family section ticket. What are they going to see? Where are they going to be?
Right. So the family section is, I guess, for starters, away from the supporter section. Because most supporters, like yourself, Jeff, are loud and rowdy. So if you're bringing your small children out, yeah, with a name like Wolfman, you couldn't be too wild and rowdy, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, so number one, for starters, it's further away from the noise and the drums. So if you have your family, it's a little bit more calm. But you can still drink beer in the family. You can get your beverage and take it to section 111. In the future, we will have a kids playground out there, so it's a little bit more accessible for the young kids as well.
Okay, so I imagine Rusty is going to be spending a lot of time at 111.
Yeah, shoot. Yeah, he's going to be worn out before the day is over.
All right, so next to 111, you have 112. So what's happening at 112? What's that section like, and what's the advantages of being at 112?
Right. So all of the seats, 111 through 117, are individually backed. Mm-hmm. Beginning at 112, in the future, it will be covered by an awning. Uh-huh. That awning will go from 112 to 116. And but for this season, the main advantage is it's just closer to midfield.
Okay, a little bit closer. And then, of course, then you get to 113. But then you get a special, so 113 and 112 are similar. 113 is a little more closer to the middle. And then We've got 114. Now what's the special things about 114?
Right, so section 114, that's our executive club section. The seats are a little wider. They're padded for comfort, and they have cup holders. And I keep saying in the future, but in the future, you'll have access to the executive club bar and lounge, which if you want to get out of the heat, you can step up and get a drink, get in the air conditioning. So that is the benefit of the executive club, a little bit more luxurious seating option with cup holders right at midfield.
Okay, and then you get to 115, 116, which is kind of mirroring 113 and 112, correct?
Right.
All right, and then we get to 117. So is 117 in the corner?
117 begins to bend a little bit right at the 117 and 118 connect right at the corner.
Okay.
So if the opposing team's having a corner kick right there, it's up to the guys in 117 and 118 to get on them.
All right, there you go. All right, so now we're going to get to the last three, and these are actually quite wide open, and that's the general admission as well as supporters. So you got 117, which is in the corner, so it bends around. It's a little larger. Now there's no padded seats, or they're benches, but people can bring their own seats in.
Yeah, absolutely. Very easy to bring your own stadium seat, to attach it. And that goes, 118, 119, and 120.
All right, so if you're in the supporter section, you encourage us to stand, but we can bring the padded seats. What can we expect for vendors? What are we going to see to get your Red Wolf scarves if you don't have one, or a hat if it's hot? or your food. So do you have an idea which vendors to expect to see this year?
Well, so we will have a merchandise location right as you enter the gate. So if you need any Red Wolves gear, cap, scarves, like I said, we'll have that opportunity right as you come in. As far as food vendors, I'm kind of out of the loop there, but I promise we'll have Taste of the Town.
We have to take it down. It'd be fantastic.
That's right.
So the last thing, I'm going to really put you on the spot with this talk because it's not on the list. So we are playing Tucson. They're coming to visit us. And we got a chance to watch Tucson on TVs last week, and we got a chance to watch the Red Wolves play over in South Georgia, Tormenta. What do you see for score prediction, Ty? I'm going to hold you to this, bud, because you're an expert.
I don't think I'm inclined to answer. I'll be rooting for us to bring home a W.
A W. All right. You don't want to. So you don't want to. Who do you think might score?
Oh gosh, I mean, I'd be a fool to not say Greg Hurst.
Yeah, I was gonna say he had a really good one. So
yep.
Very good. Hey Ty, I look forward to seeing you in person this Saturday. And again, if you have questions on your tickets, Ty is the man to see. And so if things open up where more seats are available, Ty is the man. He can get you worked up. If you need a parking pass, it sounds like it's advantageous to get the pass all at once rather than have to do it each time. Again, Ty is the guy to see. So
absolutely. I'd like to add one thing before I get off. Tickets will go on sale next week for August 12th. So if you didn't get it this week, be on the lookout early next week.
So we're gonna have a great time. And so but if you don't have your season tickets, again, this is the guy. See my friend Ty. All right, Ty, I appreciate it, man. Come on, you Red Wolves. Ow! You didn't howl with me, man. You just left me.
Oh, dude, I didn't want to. I can't howl like that. I don't have the pipes.